you have to get everybody first. Sorry.
Wait, hold on, you better get me. This is for Billingson, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Sarah. How are you? It's good to see you.
Perfect. So let's talk about Facebook. So by a show of hands, who in here has a Facebook? That's almost everyone, right? Almost every single one of us has a Facebook. So it's a pretty common thing. If you look, everybody from Hillary Clinton to Donald Trump to my own mother has a Facebook, right? So generally you could say that most people have a Facebook. But is our Facebook usage having an adverse effect on us? Let me ask you a question. Would quitting Facebook improve our happiness? I personally quit Facebook and actually all social media for a period of about 19 months, right? And it changed my perspective on things. I used to use it a lot for business, but after quitting, I noticed some things that we're going to talk about today. So I'd like to explore the idea of lessening our time on Facebook and why it would be good for us. Tonight we're going to cover 3 points. Number 1, what does the average Facebook usage look like for Joe or Jane or any one of us? Number 2, why is it detrimental to our well-being to consistently be on Facebook? And number 3, what are the effects or the benefits of lessening our time on Facebook? Now, the average American spends a good amount of time on Facebook. According to Statista.com, on average, we spend about 118 minutes a day on social media. Now, specifically, I've picked Facebook because out of all the other social platforms, we spend 50 minutes a day on Facebook. So it's the most common social platform that we use, right? And maybe 15 minutes doesn't sound like much, but when we think about it, let's do the math, right? There are 24 hours in a day. According to that same website, most people sleep about 8.8 hours a day. That leaves 16 other hours. Well, if we're using Facebook for 50 minutes, that means that a 16th of our waking time is spent on Facebook. So if you think like a 16th of your day is on Facebook, right? Which doesn't seem like much, but then think about the Facebook usage over the span of a lifetime. Literally, you're spending months, if not years, on Facebook. And is that what you want to do with your life? But what is all that Facebook doing to us? If we're using it so much, it must have an effect on us, right? So what is it doing to our health and to our minds? Well, according to the New York Times, technology, and specifically Facebook, makes us more alone. Let me ask you a question, answer in your head. Have you ever been in a room with a bunch of other people and nobody's talking? They're all on their cell phones. Because I've experienced that before personally, right? You go to hang out with your friends, and all of a sudden everybody's on their cell phone or on Facebook, and nobody's talking. So yes, Facebook can connect us, but at the same time, it can tear us apart. It can keep us apart from each other. Also, on psychologytoday.com, they listed the seven main reasons why Facebook is bad for your mental health. And I'll read them as follows. Number 1, it can make you feel like your life isn't as cool as everybody else. Think about that. Have you ever been looking at your friend's page? They went to Cancun, they went to Puerto Rico, and you're still in Utah. They just got a new promotion, and you're still here doing the job that you're having the job that you had 2 years ago, right? So it can make us envious. It can make us feel like we're not as cool as everybody else. Number 2, it can lead you to be jealous of other people's successes. It can lead you to a false sense of consensus. It can keep you in touch with people you'd really rather forget. Let's think about it. How many of us have an ex on Facebook? I know I do. And it can reveal information that you might not want to share with potential employers. It's also, very addictive. And it can make you jealous of your current partner. Now I want to go back to that part where it said that Facebook was addictive. Eerily enough and creepily enough, when researchers did a little searching into the subject, they found that the effects of Facebook and doing drugs are pretty similar. Both involve addiction, craving, tolerance, and withdrawal. So it's interesting, right? The things that can happen to us if we're consistently on Facebook. So why should you lessen your Facebook usage? Well, think about the good side of all those things that we just talked about, right? That's what's going to happen to you. But for me personally, like I said, there was a period in my life where I quit Facebook and all of their social platforms for 19 months straight. Absolutely no social platforms. And what I found was that I really concentrated more on other people around me, right? I became much more confident in myself. It wasn't about trying to be better than somebody else or show that I have a cooler life than somebody else. It was just about making myself happy. and spending time with the people that I loved. Now, currently I do use Facebook, if you're wondering, but I use it more for business purposes, if anything, and to connect with people living in the Philippines, where my family is from. So, according to Inc.com, if we quit Facebook completely, our mental health will improve and we won't be as depressed or jealous anymore. So think about that. Something that's really common in today's society is that people have a lot of depression. I would submit that a part of the solution is lessening our time on social media, especially on Facebook. Perhaps even quitting it. It really depends on what you use it for and what it does for you. And when we spend less time online, we'll have more time to actually live, right? So in conclusion, we spend significant amounts of time on social media, especially Facebook, every single day. And this is proving to be detrimental to our health and happiness. Now we found that there are real benefits, right, to lessening our Facebook usage or even quitting our Facebook usage. And the more time we spend off of Facebook, the better off we'll be. So my question to all of you is, what are you going to do about that? Because if you don't do anything, it's just information. I just spoke, right? But I challenge each and every one of you to lessen your Facebook time down to 40, 30, or even 20 minutes a day. It's interesting to see if you're capable of doing that. I tried it before. It was very difficult, right? Until I got to a certain point where I was kind of used to it. But I know that as I've implemented that in my own life, I've seen the effects of it. And it's really helped, it really improved my health, my life, and my mood. Thank you very much.